I guess people sometimes find it hard to know what to say to you. You know, when you've been bereaved like this and it was so quick.
Yeah.
It's really hard to know what to say.
Yeah, no words is the constant refrain. Well, not the constant, but the often is the refrain you get from people. I think you find as time goes on with this, we're now approaching 8 months since Gemma went, which when you're going through grief is a very, very short amount of time. But for the people around you, it does feel like quite a long time ago, that day in November. And I think it's the struggle to know how to support you long term. How do we get alongside you, help you and Ethan through each day and each week? I think, Lorraine, part of the problem with this is that because it was so brutal, it happened at totally the wrong time in life. We all know that if we're going to hang around at some stage, we're going to deal with the death of a parent or whatever it might be. We know that grief is going to affect us at some point. But it happens at the wrong stage in life. It frightens the life out of people. And when you are alongside myself and Ethan, maybe you're in our house and you see just how big an absence Gemma is in that place that we lived in for the last 8 years together, it confronts those people, my friends, with their own mortality and the very idea that perhaps, just perhaps, even though the stats are weighed heavily against this happening, it could happen to them. And it's a frightening thought. And so sometimes I think it's easier to step away a little bit because you don't have to engage the reality of what may, but probably won't, happen to you. And
yet we have to. We have to confront it and we don't. And I think that's why it's really good that you have been talking about it. I know you're going to write about it as well, because we aren't very good at dealing with death in this country. We're really not. And you and your boy have got this amazing relationship. How is he doing?
He's doing good. He surprises me every day with how he's dealing with it. I think what I'm beginning to discover as the weeks go on is that his grief is beginning to manifest itself a little bit more. And I think when a kid goes through this and you're the only one left, in terms of immediate family, he's only got me. Yes, he's got his granny and his aunties and uncles, but in terms of immediate family, it's just me. And a child wants to protect you.
Gosh.
And they don't want to necessarily tell you everything that's going on in his head. So sometimes I get in the car after school, how's your day at school? All the usual conversations. And I can tell he's a bit quiet and he's not saying an awful lot. And yet I know sometimes when he gets alongside, like Auntie Rebecca, Gemma's sister, just 2 nights ago, he was being very expressive in how he's feeling and what he's going through, because I think he wants to protect me a little bit from what's going on, because he knows that I'll worry and maybe I'll cry and all those kind of things. I've always been very open in my emotions. The only thing I'll hold back from him is anger, because I don't think he needs to see that. But if I need to cry, you know, the other day it's such a menial task, Lorraine, but this is where grief gets you. It's in the mundane. I was just upstairs, mountain of washing, like lots of single parents have to deal with, and actually parents have to deal with. Trying to get through it all. I'm thinking, I haven't done the garden, I've got to cook his tea, all the things we used to share. Now it's just on you. And I just started crying. It just hit me again. I'm on my own. I've got to struggle through this on my own. I started crying. Within 20 seconds, I hear the pitter-patter of feet up the stairs, and he just comes up and gives me a massive hug and says, Daddy, Simon, you'll be OK.
Oh, jeez. And it's loneliness as well, isn't it? You must get really lonely.
The loneliness is brutal. It is, because you have gone in the space of, well, 3 days as it was. She left the house that Monday night to get a A&E in Reading. And I'm writing about this at the moment with a book. I had to rewrite this, and it struck me that as she left the house that Monday night, Ethan's asleep in bed, thinking he's going to see Mummy in the morning. She never walked back into our house ever again. And suddenly, in no time at all, you've gone from being happily married with a boy. Yes, we wanted brothers and sisters for Ethan, but we were very content as the 3 of us. Suddenly, on those evenings, in the day, I make myself busy, but I have to be there for him at night. I can't always draft in a babysitter. And you have a lot of time on your own with your thoughts, with the lounge and everything as it was. I made a few changes, a bit of redecoration, but largely how it was. And you look to the sofa where, for all those years, we sat doing the mundane things. She'd be surfing the Mail online yet again. I'll say, put that down. But she's not there anymore. And it hurts. And it's a brutal jump from that to very much emptiness. When Ethan's gone to bed and he has to go to bed at normal time, when his eyes are shut, the house is quiet. I can't really... I struggle to watch stuff, I'm telling you, and engage with people. Say, watch a box set. At the moment, my mind can't really keep up. It couldn't keep up at the best of times.
No,
now it's got no hope.
No, absolutely. No, it's really hard. And you're writing about it now. I mean, that must be really hard because you're almost sort of revisiting it in a way, but it's for the greater good. Because the book is going to be about your experience, but how to get through this.
And
to get through it.
And it's not going to be an A to Z of how you do grief. It's basically our story.
Of course.
And at the moment, I'm writing about the story of those 3 weeks. I'm now into the final week, and it's hard because you're going over all that stuff again. I want to get that done before the summer holiday, and then me and Ethan are just going to go off, do a bit of a road tour in a camper van, and park the book. But it was just to know, back in September, come back to it knowing I've got the worst bit out of the way.
For sure.
And then the book's just about, you know, right from the start, I use this hashtag, light in the darkness. darkness. That's, you know, I'm a man of faith. You know, I was just trying to find somehow, in the most hopeless of situations, how on earth do you find hope again? How do you find a reason to live again? And that's why that VT clip you showed about Plan A, that came to me just one day. I thought, sort of everything I hear is like life can never be as good again. Totally cannot be the same again. That's impossible. There won't be another Gemma, there won't be another Lorraine, there won't be another me or the guys out here. We're one-offs. But it can surely be as good again, can't it? And I just thought, I need to start pursuing that plan. It makes it harder because you're setting a high standard in terms of what you're looking for. But I don't want to accept second best. My relationship with Ethan is not second best. It's better and deeper and more loving than it's ever been. So why can't the other areas be like that? And the book is basically going to be about the pursuit of that light in the darkness. And I want people to put it down, people who are kind enough to read it, to go, do you know what? I feel a sense of optimism for Ethan and Simon, that actually they've come a long way. Yes, this journey of grief will carry on for the rest of their lives, because that hole that Gemma's left, and Ethan and me and Gemma's mum and sister and closer friends will never, ever be filled. But I also want them to put down the book and go, do you know what, if I ever, and I hope I don't, if I ever go through something like this, or I've got a friend I'm trying to support going through something like this, I get how hard it is, but I also feel a sense of hope that I can get them through it, or I will get through it myself.